Welcome to Farmbiz with Markay. Now you remember our Ross 308 since we stock our bed. Today is day 21 since we stock our chicks. Now as you can see, most of the chicks, they are really massive in terms of weight. Now another thing I also need you to observe today. You can see I've raised the feeder up a little above the floor so that they won't spray sawdust or wood shave in them. The height you normally adjust it to, when you adjust, you need to be sure that they are comfortable eating from the feeder. That's when you know that okay, the height is okay. Before now, it wasn't that necessary to raise the feeder above the floor, so I left it on the floor. They've grown, so I decided to lift it up the floor so that they can eat from it both when they are sitting down as well as when they are standing. So another thing I would also like to do today, which is day 21, is to sort them. Normally I do this sorting between week 3 and week 4. Before I get to week 4, that is day 28, I normally do the sorting. But what I will do today or tomorrow hopefully is to sort the bigger ones to a separate pen, and then the smaller ones that are not really that big, I will leave them in this pen and then concentrate more on them in terms of feeding them well. So they've been feeding, as in they've been taking their feed 247 because I provide light for them 247. That's what I will still continue until I dispose them. So they are still on starter. Now when we are switching from starter feeds to finisher, I will also show you what to do, because you don't just switch to finisher feed at once. No, we don't just do it that way. What we do it gradually within a period of 3 days. So I will also be showing you how we are going to be switching to finisher feed. Now another thing I'm also considering, because of cost, because the feed I'm using right now is somehow expensive. So maybe when we are switching to finisher, we may opt for another brand, which will also give us a very good result. I will also be showing you how I'm going to be doing all of that. So the weight of some of them that I weighed as at 2 days ago, some were already giving me 1.1 kg, 1.2 kg as at 2 days ago. Now today being day 22 since we stocked this our Ross 308 chicks, they've been doing well. I can assure you that the mortality as at today is 1. That's what we the one we lost at day 17. Now what I'll be doing today, you can see the litters is not messed up. So but I don't want to wait until it's messed up before coming to replace them. So I'll be changing the litters today as well as doing the sorting. Now today being the 22, I'm going to sort them into 2 different sizes. The one that I will call the shooters, I'm going to move them to a different pen and leave the other ones here, while concentrating more on these ones that I'll be left in this pen. I'm going to feed them the more. Why am I doing this? I'm trying to ensure a uniform weight so that the uniformity of the flock will be very, very impressive. That's the essence of me sorting them. Another time you could do the sorting is when you want to start selling. That's when you do the sorting. So while doing the sortings, normally I use 2 methods, either by physically lifting the chicks, that will give me an idea of what their weight is, or by using scale to weigh them. The one I feel, this one is massive, so I pick it up and then use scale to weigh it. If it meets my target weight, I move them to the other pen I'll be sorting them to. If they don't meet the weight, I leave them in this pen. So that's why normally I do my sorting. As you can see, I've replaced the litters as well as sort the bigger ones to the other pen. Now these are the ones that they are of weight but not as big as those other ones that I sorted to the other pen. So this is to ensure, because the season we are right now, at times the sun is something else. So to avoid that heat stress from killing my birds, so I had to sort them, as in give them more than enough space so that they won't feel any form of heat. So at the same time, when we practice this period, we feed them as early as 6 a.m., 5:30, 6 a.m. every day. Then once it's around 10:30, 11 a.m., depending on how hot the weather is, we lift the feed off the floor so that they won't have access to feed, but I then continue to provide cool drinking water for them at that time. So that's how we manage the heat stress. Now what I did today, the sorting, replacement of the litters is very, very important to their growth, because I don't allow my litters to stay long before replacing them. That's what I practice in my pen. These are the bigger ones that I sorted to this side, and most of these ones are already weighing 1.2 1.3 kg that I sorted to this side at 3 weeks. That was as at yesterday that I weighed some of them. That's week 3, 21 days. Some are already weighing 1.3 kg. Very, very impressive. So I sorted those ones to this pen so that I will not concentrate more on those other ones that are not as big as this. Give them more feed, though I will still be feeding all of them very well, but those will receive more so that they will come up like these other ones before disposal. So that's what I just wanted to update you on. That thing I also wanted you to note. You can see I increased the number of feeders they have access to now. The number of feeder I'm using for these chicks right now. Now this feeder you are looking at, I constructed this feeder myself, as at that time I didn't make any video for it. So I'm going to construct another one to show you how you can use any material within your surrounding to construct a poultry feeder that your chicken can feed from. Because when I go to price the some plastic feeders, the price was really high for me. So I came back, sat down, then drafted this and then constructed it, and I've been using this for some years now, and it's still there serving me for the purpose. But it's not for day-old chicks. It's as from this week 3. That's when they start eating from this very well. I will show you how I constructed this. Maybe in my some subsequent videos I'm going to show you. Now these chicks are really very impressive. I sorted a good number to this pen right now, and they are doing well. There is one other thing I need you to understand about using nipples, because our daily routine, we need to check if the nipples is bringing water for the chicks to drink from. Now, one of the ways we check that at a glance, when we enter the pen, when we see that the cup is wet, the cup are wet, we understand, okay, there is water coming out from this nipple. But irrespective of that, we still tap on the nipple to be sure that the water is coming out freely. Now, before you do this, ensure you wash your hand before doing this. Now, this morning I discovered that the water wasn't coming out, and I tapped in almost all the nipples. No water was coming out. So what I did, I discovered that this line that is bringing water to the nipple is blocked. So what I did, I lose it from where I joined it and then blow some air into it. Then there was not a free passage of water before I now connected it, but then there was now water running from the nipples. So you do this because at times what we do when we are using nipple drinkers, we try to use liquid medication so that we don't experience this. But in some vet shop around, we couldn't get some liquid medications. What we could get was some liquid, some powder in powder form. So we can't say because we didn't get some liquid medication to use, so we won't do our farming. So what we did use the powder medication. At the same time, ensure we check on the nipples and the flesh holes that is bringing water to the nipples. Ensure nothing is blocking them. So that we do that daily. It's one of the daily routines we do to ensure that there is free flow of water for the chicks. This is very important. If you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification icon, like and comment in the comment section below, as this will go a long way in helping me to grow my channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you.